back to Herr Kutz, everyone. I hope you're all excited as I am that we've got 3 projects already done and out of the way with 4 more to go. So I know you're all really excited today because today's supposed to be the big reveal of what the surprise is that we've been building up for the last week or so. And I'm really excited to unveil it today as well. So for those of you that have been guessing and following along, the hints that we dropped, there was a picture of the water from up top from sort of a mountain view. And then the second picture was of the black Corvette. So if you picked up on the hints, it has something to do with water, something to do with the color black, and you're thinking that we got a jet ski, then you are absolutely incorrect. We didn't buy a jet ski, okay? So just gonna get that out there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a look at this right here. So you're thinking, this isn't a surprise, this is sitting in the back. Actually, that's right. This is sitting in the back of quite a few of our videos, and we never mentioned it during the project phase because surprisingly, unlike most of the other stuff that we have, this isn't a project, this is a riding bike. There's nothing wrong with it. And what this is it's a 1998 GSXR 750. And for myself, this was one of my dream bikes that I always wanted as a kid. And a couple years ago, opportunity presented itself for me to buy a clean one with well-documented maintenance history on it, and I picked it up. So what's iconic about these is when these came out in the late 90s, they were 750 cc's, so that's 0.75 liter, if you're thinking about it from a car perspective. And what these did at that time and why they were so impressive is that they gave the 1,000 liter, or the 1 liter bikes, the 1,000 cc bikes, a big run for their money and a whooping. So this really pushed the boundaries. This is one of these iconic bikes that push the boundaries of what we have for motorcycles these days. I'd equate it similar to what the NSX did for the supercars in the early 90s and made Ferrari and Lamborghini put up their, go back to the drawing board and make their cars more reliable and perform better for the money that people were getting. So that's sort of what I equated it as. Others may disagree, but that's my opinion. So what we'll do today is we'll fire this thing up because I think that there's quite a few who are interested on what this sounds like, what it's all about. We'll take it for a rip. But before we do that, we're gonna get changed into some riding clothes. Surprise, I bet you didn't know. I'm actually the Red Ranger. All right, I'm gonna bring the camera over here, get you a closer look at the bike, and we'll take it fired up, we'll take it for a spin. So a little bit about this bike. It's got a monotail on there right now, but this comes off and there's a seat in the back in case you want to take someone for a ride. I don't know why you'd want to do that, but you could if you really wanted to. But we've got it set up for a monotail right now. It's got a D&D exhaust on it. Aside from that, it's pretty much stock. It doesn't have the polished frame, which is pretty popular for this type of bike. A lot of people would polish it out to almost like a chrome or almost a chrome finish. It's got these fake carbon fiber air intake boxes on both sides, so the reason I called it the S-Ride. The reason they call it the S-Ride is it stands for Suzuki Ram Air. Forgot the D stands for. Direct. There we go. It's right there. Suzuki Ram Air Direct. And so this was something that was pioneered at that time on these bikes from 96 to 99. And then they called them S-Ride again, I believe, for the first couple of years in the early 2000s. But then after that, they got away from that and it just became the normal course of business. Now, with this bike, the paint scheme that's on here, it's the red and black. I wanted a different paint scheme and it's gonna flash on the screen right now. And the difference between those two is that the other one doesn't have any silver on it, and it's actually only available on the 96 and 97 models. The 96 and 97 models of these came with a carbureted engine, and the 98 and 99, this is a 98, they came with fuel injection. So I wanted fuel injection just for ease of reliability and using it because I know I wasn't going to ride it around that much anyways. I didn't want to be wasting all my time sinking 4 carbs because that becomes problematic. But I really like that color scheme that was on the 96 and 97s. So I thought I would just switch over the fairings. But the challenge with that is that the fuel tank on those is designed for a carb setup, whereas this one is set up for a fuel injection, and they are not interchangeable. So what that means is that I would need to basically have the whole bike resprayed to get to that paint scheme, and that's sort of the only thing that I would end up doing to this bike. But that's not in the works right now, and it's not really a priority. So without further ado, let's jump on this thing and let's hear it roar. All right, so now I'm gonna switch to the GoPro because it's easier to put it on the bike and take this thing for a spin. Hold on, what's that? Asphalt, big black, and water. Is this the surprise? Oh my God, look how big this thing is. Okay, so this was the big surprise, is that we finally have the paved driveway out. In the very first video, I mentioned how we get things about 75, 80, 90% done and then they don't get completed. So finally the driveway is in. So to all my friends and family, what this means is next time you come over, you get to park on the road because I don't want you guys driving on this and marking it up. All right, so but yeah, this is the reason why we had to clean up the garage, because we had to get all of the cars inside. But as a added bonus from that, that means that 3 projects got done within a 2-week time frame, and I'm excited to see what we can get done in the next couple weeks. So now we got 4 ride videos to do. We got the bike, we got both the Corvettes and the Mini. And I promise we'll get to those, but we got to give the driveway a couple days cure time before we can get anything rolled out of here, and until we can also get in the shop to work on the Trans Am, the Mustang, the Bobber, or the tractor. I guess we can work on the tractor. That doesn't need to come out of the garage. All right, so remember to like and subscribe down below. We'll have these videos out over the weekend, and we're looking forward to getting these out and get more content out for you guys. But for the next couple of days, I'm heading out of town and enjoy vacation while the driveway is curing. And so remember to like and subscribe, comment down below, and we'll catch y'all later.